Hi guys, it is Wednesday, 4:15, middle of the week, halfway done, and it is Prefixes day 3. At this point, really hope that on your warm-up you are saying that affixes are the building blocks, they are the puzzle pieces, they are what puts together Greek and Latin root words in the English language, and that prefixes are part of those building blocks and they only go on the beginning of the word. Aim is Kipsters will be able to define and identify prefixes to understand words they read. AB, ABS, meaning from, away, or off. AC, AD, to, toward, or near. Anti, meaning against, or opposite of. By, BIS, DI, meaning to or twice. Circum, meaning around or like a circle. It's about something. Con, together or with. D, meaning reduce. It's a reduced, or it's away, it's down or removed, like decelerate or dethrone. DIS, DIF, die. Again, DI shows up again. We've talked about that, but in this case, it means apart or away. We've talked about how that similarity between it being to or twice something could be that it's like being dissected is being pulled apart, and it happens to be into two things. DYS, meaning abnormal or bad. Weird, like the weird little cartoon I put there for you. Epi, meaning on, upon, over, or at. Equi, meaning equal or equally. Equidistance, like scales balancing. EXE, meaning from or out. Hyper and hypo, those contradicting prefixes. Hyper meaning too much, excessive, or beyond. Hypo meaning under or below. IM meaning not, like impossible or incredulous. And then inter and intra are last two prefixes, which we know again is another set of contradictory ones where inter is between or among something. So if we have a box, everything inside of it is inter. Okay, so or I just goofed that up, guys. Even I mess up. So if we have a box, inter means everything that like connects outside of the box, whereas intra is within or inside the box, everything that stays inside of it. So intra is inside, inter connects outside of it. Today's example, which set of words all have a prefix with the same meaning? So we're just looking for what I noticed in this question. It says prefix, not affix. So it has to attach to the beginning and not be as fooled by a root word, and it has to have the same meaning. So if we look through A, hyperactive, hypertension, hypothesis. B, excavate, evade, exhale, extract, evict. C, autograph, graphic, biography. And D, altitude, fortitude, gratitude, magnitude. So this is written to be very tricky. A, hyperactive, hypertension, hypothesis. So they all do have prefixes. The first two words, hyperactive, hypertension, is hyper. Hypothesis is hypo. And we just talked about how hyper and hypo are contradicting prefixes. So it can't be A because hyper and hypo mean different things. B, excavate, evade, exhale, extract, evict. Those are all EX or E, which all means from or out. So B could be our answer, but we have to check C and D. C, autograph, graphic, biography. They all have graph in common. I'm just giving you a second to think and see if you can catch what's wrong with it. But they're not graph is not a prefix, graph is a root word. So although graph is all in common and graph all means having to do with writing, it's a root word, not a prefix, and the question asks for a prefix, so we can eliminate C for that reason. D, altitude, fortitude, gratitude, magnitude. They all have tude in common, but notice it's attached at the end, and it is a suffix. And tude, it all means like a state of doing something. We know grat means like grateful from our root word practice, but tude is a suffix. and therefore it doesn't meet the criteria of the question, asking for a prefix, all with the same meaning. Even though they all have the same meaning, they are a suffix, therefore we can eliminate D. So we've eliminated A, C, and D. B is our correct answer. Excavate, evade, exhale, extract, evict. They all have the EX or E, which all means essentially like the keep out sign, like I said during notes. So we can select B for Ms. Kratz's example. Make sure you select that. It's a required question and it's 1 point. Then you can go on and you can work through the the 5 vocabulary practice questions. And then you have reading skills. Only 1 question on the reading skills. Same story. Last day with that story. You'll see a new one tomorrow. It's not any longer than this one really. And then do your Lexia minutes and make sure you hit submit. Like I've said all week, I know maybe this is uncomfy for some of us, maybe you really love it, but we're just giving the Google Forms a try and see if that helps us and solve some of the tech issues a lot of us are seeing. If you are someone who likes to work and come back, just make notes, A, B, C, or D, so you remember your answers when you like take a break, and if it reloads on you, then you're not stuck reworking through everything. And as always, reach out if you need anything from me. Call me, beat me if you want to reach me like Kim Possible. Have a great day, guys. See you tomorrow.